everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you, and this time I'm going to be talking about Carrie Fisher, an actress who I grew up watching. I always loved her work, and I was sad to hear died of a heart attack yesterday. I just wanted to, I don't know, say a few things. I think it's really sad that she died. I feel awful for her daughter, of course, but I feel especially bad for her mother, Debbie Reynolds, who is somebody who I have seen in plenty of things over the years, but also just as I know I've mentioned this again a few times before, but like as a parent, a relatively new parent, I like the idea of losing your child. It seems so devastating to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I love my parents more than anything in the world, almost. But I that's something that you just kind of you have to expect that you're probably going to outlive your parents, but to outlive your child is just it seems so horrific to me that my heart just goes out to her mother and really the whole world that lost somebody who they looked up to and enjoyed their work. I mean, she's been in so many classic movies. I mean, obviously the roles that made her Carrie Fisher was in Star Wars, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love those movies. I mean, I've already done videos on how much I loved several of her movies in the Star Wars universe, because I do. I mean, I loved all of the movies she was in the Star Wars universe. They're the best ones, other than Rogue One. She had, well, kind of. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I obviously I loved Princess Leia. I thought right from the get go, like as a kid, I thought that she was always such a cool character. And as I became an adult, especially a father of a little girl, I absolutely love the idea that that character exists and is out there for my daughter to look up to when she is of an age that she can pay attention to those kinds of things. And I absolutely love that, like, she was such a strong character. I mean, like everybody talks about how cool Han was, and then you have Luke becoming a Jedi or whatever. But I've always felt like Leia may not have gotten the respect from some people she deserved. I mean, in the first movie, the fact that she witnesses the planet that she grew up with and virtually everyone she's ever known destroyed, but she stays strong because she knows it's for the better good of the entire universe. It's just such an amazing scene for a character, and just she's just an awesome character, and I've always I always looked up to her. But then she's been in lots of other movies that I love too. Like, I mean, her character in the Blues Brothers is hilarious. The stalker who just appears out of nowhere and is always with like violent intent was always really cool. A movie that I always loved, that I always felt like needed to get more attention, and it was The Burbs, where she played Tom Hanks' wife, and that movie is just hysterical to me. Definitely one of my favorite 80s movies for sure. When Harry Met Sally, I only recently watched a few years ago, actually, which was like a gap in my movie knowledge history, which, I mean, there's plenty of those. And my wife and I sat down and watched it, and I quite enjoyed it. And I actually thought she was one of the better parts of the movie, and I wish she was actually in it a little bit more. And then I'll always think of her as being the friend in Drop Dead Fred as well. I mean, that movie, as I as I've grown up, it's not the best movie in the world. I really enjoyed it when I was younger, when it first came out, but it's a pretty silly movie, and like the gross out humor is pretty bad in points. But it's a movie that I grew up watching, and I'll always get a kick out of, and it was fun watching her in that as well. And like, there's lots of other, like, I'm looking at her filmography here. There's lots of other movies that she was in that were great, that would mean a lot to a lot of people, that I'm not going to name check, like even like her cameo in Jane Silent Bob Strike Back, that kind of thing. But the point is, she was a multifaceted actress who most people associate with a single role, and in some cases that might be a bad thing. But I think Princess Leia is such a powerful and important character that she should be very proud to be so inexorably linked to a character like that. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the passing of Carrie Fisher, her career, the impact it must have on her family, and yeah, and there's not much more to say other than thanks for all the years of entertainment, if you can hear this. Yeah, so have a nice day.